Hello world! Here I will be talking about the newly created trailer for the Android game I'm making entirely on my own. Kind of a behind the scenes of trailer creation. Also we'll be talking about productivity again and some tips in regard that work for me. I'm Bilingor and all that and more coming up. I wanted for the trailer to have gameplay footage with various backgrounds that the finished game will have. I did not have these backgrounds pre-made nor implemented in the game, so backgrounds we see in the trailer were made appositely for the trailer. Let's see how I created the gameplay footage for the trailer. I'm creating the game in the Godot game engine and the program looks like this. Here is where the magic of game creation happens. What we see here on the main screen is a scene. A scene is like a folder of sorts. Every scene is made of nodes, so everything we see here are nodes. For example, if I click on this writing here, I can highlight this particular node and I can see it highlighted also in the node containing tray here on the right. The grass is a node, the rope is a node, numbers are nodes and so on. Not all nodes are visual, of course. For example, this timer node can be set to count time and trigger certain events after time expiry, like for example spawning enemies. Or this node here plays imported sound samples and so on. Back to the background. While the grass and some rocks are nodes, the majority of the background is a JPEG image that I created in Inkscape drawing program. To better show you this image, I can change its color like this or make it invisible. For every game background, snow, desert, barren land, I exported a standalone game, so all these folders contain standalone games with just one playable level. The next thing I needed to do to make a trailer is of course record gameplay footage, and here I run into some difficulties. Maybe it is a familiar situation to you too. I had everything prepared for gameplay footage recording, so my hard work was going to be rewarded, and I managed to find an hour and a half of time to do the job. In my mind's eye, the job was already done, and I was so close to finishing the trailer finally. I use OBS video recording software to do screen capturing, and I'm still learning how to use it. However, did try some test recording the day before and everything was fine, so I was ready to do the job, and the inevitable taste of sweet victory was at my hand's reach. Then I happily started to work, and there is this mouse cursor that is not supposed to be in the recording. Why? Everything was working fine the day before. Why? It doesn't make sense. I remember that there was an option to not record the mouse cursor, but I cannot find it now. And it was so easy to set things up the day before. So I go online and search OBS capture mouse. Not many information, but I found a screenshot of where that option should be. And it's not there. Why? Everything was working fine the day before. So, after going back on my steps from the day before, I realized that for full screen I have capture mouse option, but for recording a window, no. Why? It doesn't make sense. I exported all different versions of standalone game to be in window mode. To export them again in full screen is too much job. Maybe that I have an outdated version of OBS. So I do the update, nothing changes. Okay, I can record in full screen and limit the recorded area to just a window with the game, but then the upper bar of the window gets in the way and reduces the recorded video sharpness. That's not good. So I tried to find an option in Linux to have a borderless window. That turns out to be too complicated and risky for the time I have. Finally, I'm desperate. A precious hour and a half is wasted. I'm at the point where I started, apart from bloody eyes and a crazy person expression on my face. My mouse cursor is wandering like a lifeless, lost soul along my PC's desktop. And then... the option to not capture the mouse cursor was there all along. I just needed to scroll down. Getting angry does not make me any good. I'm trying to stay calm in face of adversities. It would be nice. I publish videos too rarely, I know, I agree. Doing my best to improve that. I took an advice that I found online to dedicate the first 90 minutes of my day to my main occupation, which is making video games. And to my surprise, it worked. I'm able to spend more hours a day working on my dream job. Now I'm at like 3 hours a day every single day. Next goal is to double that and also publish one video a week for starters. I noticed a mental obstacle there, in a sense that if I had a low week in which I did not do much on my dream job, I feel like there is no point or I should not make a video about that week. Because, you know, I don't have any successes to show. It's a way of thinking I want to change. Sometimes I watch videos of people talking about their failures and it can be very instructive and interesting. It's always an adventure, something like that. Talking about failure, the other day I was preparing myself to watch my daily portion of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and when the episode started, I saw this and it made me laugh so much. A Federation ship that looks like Enterprise that has been through a banana warp field or something. What a stupid design. Then I saw Geordi walking on the ceiling and I realized I was holding my smartphone upside down. Then I stopped laughing and felt subtle shame. But, shame or not, do you know how an ambulance is called on the Romulan planet? A rombulance. And that would be all for this update. If you like these videos that I make, consider subscribing, for it will help this channel grow. It's been nice talking to you. See you in the next video.